Okay, maybe I can start because it seems like everybody here. I guess there's less people than before, so that's I don't know if that's a great sign. All right, good evening, everyone. So today I'm also very excited to be showing you around the world of graphics design, more specifically vector graphics design. And today we are going to design some cool poster. I think you might want to do it at some point. You know, you have an event and you want to make a cool poster to spread around social media. And this is the program to do. And today we are going to use this program called Inkscape. So if you are doing this for a living, for a professional, you're probably going to use a program called Illustrators. And that's another program by the company called Adobe. But again, that program is very expensive. So that's why I want to show you the free alternative, okay? But don't let it no cost let you think that this program is less powerful, because actually it's as powerful as the Illustrator program, which is industry standard. And you're going to see that it has a lot of control. It has lots of buttons for you to click. So you have lots of power, and you just have to kind of learn how to use this by doing some example. All right. So make sure that you have your folder, resource folder that I share on the Microsoft team. Okay, so that you can follow along. And let me show you what we're going to do today. Okay. Today we are going to use some of the photos. Okay. So photo you can edit using GIMP from last time. All right. But then when you want to compose things together to make like a vector graphics or infographic, for example, then you use this vector graphics program like Inkscape or Illustrators, okay? We have this photo of a singer, and then we have some cool looking grunge background patterns. We want to make this poster. And then we have some of the, I guess the logo. I guess I cannot open this with this one. Can I do this one? Yeah, you have this calendar logo. You have the clock. Come on. Nope. Clock logo. And then I guess that's it. All right. And then you want to make into that. So you can see that there are a couple things that you're going to be doing, right? You're going to be composing some of the photos. You're going to crop into a circle. And then you're going to make some shapes, right? You're going to have some text, some logo, and then, kind of use some effects of some of the, I guess, visual effects that they provided, okay? So first step, I guess, open the program. Okay, I got the program open. And I think you might want to do just new document. So right here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see. So new document. And I think you should be greeted with an option to set the size, basically. I guess I don't have size. I don't know how. But basically, try to navigate around so that you end up with some blank canvas on your screen. Okay. So let me just check how you guys are doing. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, so new document. Okay, you got the documents open. Nice. Okay, you guys are set? Got the documents open? Okay. Okay, you need to open the program. All right. So I think the default size of the document is A4. But if you want to change it, just want to let you know, you can go to File, and then I think it's called Document Properties. And then you can change if you want to do other size, which today we're not going to do it. But I guess if you want a bigger poster, you might want A3 or A2 or something like that. Okay? But we'll just leave it like this for the default size. Okay? Oh, no. An error. So that's not a good sign. Try again. Maybe I choose something wrong. I don't know. First thing is okay, I choose new documents. Okay. And I think when you first open this program, you probably is not going to have that, that panel. But I guess once you start using it, you're going to have more panel. For me, for example, I have a bunch of panels when I try to open some properties, right? So let's see. First thing is navigation, right? So you can first, if you want to scroll, move to kind of like move the canvas around, you can press space bar. Okay, it's not doing this for me. Yeah, and then you can move your mouse like that, right? So space bar, hold the space bar, and then move your mouse around. And I can do scroll wheel to control and scroll wheel in order to zoom in and out. So this makes it easier to move things around, right? To go around to see different things and zoom in, control and mouse wheel, space bar to move things around. Okay, that's the navigation. And another thing that you might want to do is to look at the layer. Okay, so why don't you go to layer and then layers and object in order to bring this panel out. Like this, okay? So you got to understand the layer because it keeps your artwork organized. So what I did is that I go to layer and do layer and objects in order to get this panel open. Everybody get? Okay? So when you have layers, things become easier because you can decide which component go into what layer. For example, if I were to draw something on this canvas, for example, I can press this, which you cannot see, but I'm pressing this rectangle over here. Maybe I can move it a little bit to the left, to the right. So I'm pressing this triangle over here, and then I'm going to draw it like that. See? See, if I were to do that, and also you can change your color by this, all right? You can change different colors. There's so many colors to choose from, okay? But let's just draw one rectangle on the canvas, okay? And you can definitely see that the object actually goes into layer number 1, right? And if I were to click at the I button, I can also hide it, all right? And I can also lock the layer. I can do this padlock symbol here, so that I cannot make any change to it. So with that, so we're gonna create a different layer for different types of objects. Okay. So if I want to do another layer, then I can add new layer, which is this plus button over here. Create new layer. On top, I can click add, and then I have layer number 2, right? And by selecting layer number 2, if I were to draw another object like circle, for example, I can do maybe this circle over here. And I can make the circle any shape I want. I can transform it with the mouse, okay? See, I have 2 things in here. And the square is in layer number 1. The circle is in layer number 2. And I can choose what I want to edit by choosing the padlock here. If I want to edit layer number 1, I can lock number 2. See, I put the padlock on, and I can unlock number 1, and I can only move number 1, layer number 1. See, and then the circle will just stay the same. So this is a way to keep your artwork organized and say you want to edit the background, then you lock everything else, and you edit the background. But then if you want to do the text, then you create another layer for the text. And then you lock everything else, and then you make the edit to the text. So that way, you don't keep moving different things around. So it's going to get really messy really soon. Okay? Okay, so first thing first is we want to do some cool background, right? So let's see if we're going to... I'm going to delete everything. So you can delete stuff by just clicking it and then press delete. Okay, so right now I have blank canvas, all right? So far so good. You can add things, you can delete things, and then you can choose where things go into which layer, okay? Okay, so we have, let's see, we have the photo of the finished product. So let me just show you that, okay? This one. Okay, so first we want the color background. How do we do this, right? How do we do the color background? So let's make the first layer called background. So I'm going to rename this one called background, okay? So I'm just renaming the layer to be background, all right? And then I make sure that I select that layer. And then I can go to File, right? And import. And I will import that photo. Actually, no, sorry, this is not photo. I'm going to do a rectangle, sorry. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and then I'm going to make sure that I create the triangle, the rectangle that has the same size as the canvas. So that's how you create the background. So background is just another object that, that has the same rectangle object, okay? And from here, you can choose the color by, you can also click the color here, or you can come here and choose fill and stroke, okay? If you were to right-click at your objects, right, and then there's going to be the menu pops up, and then you click at the fill and stroke. If you click like that, then another panel will pop up this panel right here. So I like this panel because it gives me more control of of everything about the fill and the stroke properties, okay? So right now, if you were to follow me, you would have two things on your panel. You will have the layer windows, right? And then you will have the fill and stroke panel, right? I have more because I worked on it before, so it keeps like a lot of the windows open. But you should be able to switch between the layer panel and the stroke and fill panel, okay? And in here, I can also choose different color like that, see? And I want to make the opacity. So there's the opacity. I want to make it completely opaque, meaning it's not transparent at all, right? And I want to choose the dark color. So maybe I want the dark green. Actually, it's a little bit gray. So I'll make something like that. Okay, so that's your background, okay? If I were to look at the picture, it's actually a little bit purple for some reason. A little bit blue, maybe that shade, right? Mm-hmm. And notice that when you were to select the color, there are many options you can use. There is HSL, and then HSV, RGB, and different type of color mode. So I guess if you're not into this at all, then maybe RGB would be the most straightforward, just red, green, and blue, and then you kind of choose the mixture between that color. But for me, I work with it for a while, so I'm more comfortable with HSL, which is the hue, saturation, and lightness. So, but then there's many ways you can come up with the color, like different color mode, so you can kind of experiment how things work, okay? But for here, I want to make a dark background. Okay, that's all I want to do, right? Okay, let's see how people are doing. Very good. Very good. Dark background, okay. Okay, dark background. Okay, let me know if you need me to guide you, okay? Need my help? Nope, okay, that's fine, it's okay. All right, so what should we do next, okay? So the next step, if you notice at the finished poster, I also have a little pattern. It's kind of hard to see, but there is I kind of like the layer of the image that's on top of it, right? So we're going to download this, we're going to put the patterns on it and make it blend with the background, okay? So what I want to do is, I'm still at the background layer, okay? I want to import, and then I want to import this, this pattern right here. This guy right here, okay? So if you open it, then you get, and then just do OK. And then you're going to get this pattern. Okay, we're going to make the background a little grungy, so it makes it less uniform and make it more interesting, okay? Okay, so definitely this one too big, right? So you want to zoom out a little bit, right? And you can also, you can rotate it 90 degrees by clicking at the image, and then you can see, the arrow change into the rotation arrow. If I click it again, this is a transform mode. And if I click again, this is the rotation mode, right? I can do rotation by just do that, okay? Very cool, right? I can also press shift, actually control for, for the snap to grid feature so that it always line up to the 90 degrees, right? And then once I rotated it, I can click again to make it into the transform mode, and I can do this, right? I can transform it as the way I want. So I want to make this the same size as the background, like that. See? Very cool. And a little tip to help you out. If you find that it's snapping too much, right? If you don't like it, that behavior. So right now, the program is actually trying to snap everything to the line and to the box and to the anchor point. If you don't want that, you can disable this behavior right here. It's called Snap to Grid. There is a button on the top right that says toggle snapping on and off. If you toggle that, then the behavior when you move things around and when you rescale things will change. So for example, if I want to do the precise control, then I want it off so that I can move things by a little bit. But if I want to snap things so that it lines up perfectly, then I press this mode to be on. Okay, so you can try it out, right? How things are working when you toggle this snapping mode on and off. Okay, but so let's see. You guys okay? Doing fine? This one from my folder. Go to Microsoft Teams. So if you're wondering how do we get these photos, I go to Microsoft Teams, and there's a link right here. And then just download the whole thing, and then just use it. Okay? It's called Pattern right here. Okay? So actually, you can just search on Google, like pattern, right? And then you just get lots of patterns you can use. Okay? Okay. Let's see how people are doing. Okay. I think first we're going to draw the background. Okay, can you click here? Okay. I think maybe we need to zoom out a little bit. So press Control and then do the click wheel. Maybe that's fine. And then you click here. And then you draw the rectangle to be the size of the canvas. Maybe and then just expand it so that it fills the whole thing. Sorry, right here. So click here, and then now you can expand it. And now if it's not snapping, you can do this button right here, so that now it's snapping to the edge. So that way it lines perfectly with your canvas, like that. Okay. So now you got the object, right? You want the color, so you do right here. Okay. This is the layer. And then I got what is it, fill and stroke, okay. Right here. So now you can choose color. Actually, RGB might be better, right? Like that. Okay, so I want the kind of dark blue color. So maybe I go here, maybe I go back here and then make it a little darker, like that. That's how you do the color. And then we're gonna do another cow. Do you have this pattern with you? Okay. Okay. Okay, and now you can resize it. So first click again so that it becomes, and then you rotate it 90 degrees so that it lines up. Yeah. And then maybe you can hold Control so that, and then can you resize it so that it becomes the same size as this canvas. Okay, yeah. And you can zoom in and out if you want. Okay. All right, so this one looks okay, but then it's kind of blocked the background, right? We want this to be a little more transparent, right? So what you can do is you go to the, I guess, stroke. fill, right? And you can play around, wait, sorry, this one. And you can play around with the opacity. See? If I make the opacity goes down, then it blends more with the background. Okay? That's one way to do. The other way you can do is also play around with the blend mode. So let me suggest multiply. I can do multiply, and I play around with the opacity so that it's not as intrusive. So when you multiply, it kind of blends the color together from the two layers. Or you can do normal mode. Normal, and you lower down the opacity. That's kind of the same idea. But for me, I usually like the multiply. So I keep the opacity at 100, and then I do multiply. And if you look at your screen, you can see there's a little pattern happening on your background, but it's not as intrusive, all right? Good. Okay. Multiply. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. But you can do also normal mode and opacity. You get it? Okay. You need to rotate it. So right now you can do control, and rotate 90 degrees like that. Okay, let's go. And then click again so that you are in the transform mode. Now you can kind of move. Yep. And another trick you can do is this one. You can click the, this one, sorry. No, not that one. You can toggle this one, sorry, this one. No, the magnet. Oh, okay. Okay. So the magnet makes things snap into the edge so that it lines perfectly. It's easier to use the magnet thing. So right now it's not doing it, so you click again, I think. You toggle it, and then now it should snap. Snap. Try again. No, no, it's not snapping. Can I try? It's not snapping. Kind of weird. Okay, so normally if you do this and then you resize, it should snap. See how it snap into the edge and line perfectly. This one too. If I were to do this, see it kind of snap into the edge. Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing some nice background happening, right? So that's a good start. How do I? Okay, you got the background. You need the pattern. Can you? Oh, sorry, I'm not too familiar with Mac. Import. Okay. Import. And then, do you have that pattern? Okay. And then okay. So now you wanna. So I need to zoom out. How do you zoom out? Like that? Okay, you can press this. And now you want to rotate it so that it becomes, I guess it's 90 degrees. So you press this select key, and then you can kind of rotate it like that. Or you use control for the 90 degree snap. And then you click again so that it has this transform button, and then you can move things around. And also you can use this button right here, snap to grid, so that when you move things close to the edge, it kind of snap into place, so that it lines perfectly with the edge. So try the other way. Yes. Okay. Right now, and then you need to do the mode, multiply. You need the background too. Can I see your layer? Oh. Okay. So this one. Can I try? Sorry. Okay. So this, I think this one probably needs to be here. And yep, it's already working. Has to be the same layer. Okay, it's already working. Okay. So another thing I noticed is that the pattern and the background has to be at the same layer for the blending mode to work. Okay, but maybe you didn't notice that. That's fine. You good? Okay. Now we need the blend. You need this to blend together. So we're gonna do. Can I do this? Can I bring the? How do I do right click? Is there a right click? How do you do right click? Huh? Two fingers? Okay. I can do this stroke Where is it? Layers and object. I need, wait, where's the stroke? Oh, you already got it. Okay. This here. You want to do multiply. It's pretty cool, right? Okay. We got the background down, all right? The next step we want to do is, let's do the picture of the guy singing in a circle, okay? So, so for this, I want you to do another layer. So make sure that you are on another layer. And then we're going to lock this one, okay? So once you lock this, then you cannot make any change to the layer, to the background, which is good. Because the background is going to move around a lot if you don't lock it. So make sure you lock the background layer, and then you select the new layer on top, okay? If you haven't done so, you can create new layer right here. You can create many, many layers, as many as you want, okay? But I'm just going to do one for now. Okay, like that. And then make sure that you're on this layer, and then you're going to import the photo of the singer. Singer, like that. Wow, my loud. See? Okay, we got the singer, okay? Okay, and I can move things around, and I can also kind of change the size, okay? Like that. So I think I want to change so that the singer is around this area, all right? Change the size like that, okay? Okay, so this is what we want, right? And then we want to make crop the photo into a circle, right? But make sure that you got the singer to be at about the top right and about this side. Yep, and you do control for the aspect ratio, okay? Okay, so right now you don't want the picture to change the aspect ratio, so you can do control. When you move things, when you do the resize, you can do control so that it retains the original aspect ratio, okay? Okay, so far so good? Very cool, okay. All right, so now we want to make this picture, this guy, into a circle. So why don't you create a circle on top of him, right? So I'm going to select a circle, tools, and then I'm going to draw a circle. Also, I'm pressing Control again so that it becomes perfect circle, okay? Like that. And I think I want to change the color. So this one is just for eyeballing, okay? I'm just do the color, maybe this one, all right? And then I'm going to lower the opacity a little bit so that I can see, you know, what area I'm about to cover, okay? So if I were to do this, I can kind of eyeballing where I want the circle to be, all right? Okay, so maybe something like that. So kind of like the trick is to lower the opacity, and you can change the color into any color you want. Doesn't really matter. We don't use the color here, but this is for telling the program, you know, which area to keep, because we want to make the circle on that guy, right? So this one looks about right. Okay. So I'm just going to do something like that. Okay. You can maybe RGB mode would be better. Okay. And then you can keep just move things around like that. I think you have to select this one first, right?
I think I selected.
You select already?
Yeah.
Can I? Oh. Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. We're gonna make cool poster. Okay. Okay. So once you have this, I want you to do this. Okay. I want you to select both the background, the pictures, and also the circle. So I'm holding Shift key, Shift that. Okay. So I'm holding Shift and I click the picture and also the circle, so that I want to select both of them at the same time. So make sure you select both. Okay. And then I can do, I think it's called objects and clips, and then set clips. this one. So objects, clips, and set clips. Okay, if I were to click that, boom, see, it's pretty cool. Okay, let me show you again, okay? So what we want is that we want to tell the program to clip things, right? Clip meaning just make things into a shape, right? So I'm holding Shift key, and then I'm clicking the photos. I'm clicking the circle, and then I'm going to objects and clips and set clips. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so right now, ooh, why is the picture so skewed? What's happening? Okay, let me try again, all right? I'm gonna do, okay, oh, I have to do this. Import, and do the singer. Okay. Oh, and this one. Right, this is too big. So I wanna, why is it so skewed? This is kind of weird. Okay, never mind. All right. So I wanna make sure that he is not too big, like that. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too big. Okay, so now I think it's a good time to get this snapping thing off, because I wanna, okay. And then I can draw another circle on top of him. Like, sorry, okay. Circle, and then hit Control so that it becomes the perfect circle. And here I wanna eyeball so that it covers the right area. So I wanna do fill and strokes, and I wanna do this color. Maybe this one, and I wanna move it like that. And then I do opacity so that I know that this is gonna be the final circle. So if you wanna change it, you wanna move things around, then you can do like something like that. Yeah. And then I can hit Shift, select both objects, and then do the objects, clips, sorry, not that one, objects, clips, and set clips, like that. Yeah, pretty cool. Wow. Okay. Okay, so far so good? Very good. You guys got it? Okay, but let's move on. Okay, so I want to show you another cool thing is that we can make these rings around him. And notice that the ring also have the gradient color on it. So that's pretty cool, huh? We can make this very easily. Let me show you how, okay? Okay, first thing is that I'm gonna draw another circle. So make sure, if you want, you can also create another layer, or make sure you are on this layer, but then you might wanna lock this guy right here so that I don't move him anymore, all right? So that's another way to do it, is if you keep locking things that you don't want to move, okay? So I'm gonna draw another circle, like that. But this one, I want it to be bigger than the guy, okay? Maybe a little bit bigger, like that. Okay, maybe like that. Okay, and then I want to go to strokes, this panel right here. And I'm going to make it so that the fill is blank, okay? So no fill at all. I'm going to click X, no fill. But I'm going to go to stroke paint, stroke style. And I am going to increase the stroke by a lot. Can you see the stroke, the ring coming up? By increasing the stroke width. Is that right? See, I can make the ring now. Okay, and you can also change the stroke color to be something that's easier to see. For example, like red, like that. So that I can see how the ring is going to be, right? So I can make this one center around that guy a little bit more, like that. Okay, And then I can make the stroke a little bigger, as big as you want, doesn't really matter, okay? Like that. Okay, so that one seems good, right? You okay? Yeah, but right now we want the fill to be, we don't want fill, so I'm gonna turn this off. And then I want the stroke, so stroke style. I want to increase this. So actually, I will just type it, I don't know, 20. And then I want the stroke paint to be the solid color. Maybe I'll do RGB. And that, see? So now you have the strokes. And now I think that's too big. So let me reduce it a little bit. Oh, I see. I think just type it in, maybe 15, like that. So you can play around to make a ring, essentially, okay? Okay, you got the rings? Right now, we don't want the fill, so can you go to the strokes and fill, and then just turn it off, the X button. But now there's no stroke, right? So you go to that one, and then you increase it. Maybe just type 15. 15, okay, and click somewhere else. All right, so, but now there's no color, so you click at the, oh, where's the object's gone, go to the layer, all right? Go to the strokes again, and make sure the season, click at the solid color. And then, can I show you something? Okay, so this is, when you got something like this, you can choose the color, and now if you make the lightness up, then you can kind of see the color changes. So maybe this is for eyeballing, so it doesn't really matter, but just so that you can see what the rings looks like, okay? You got the rings? You got the rings, okay. No rings? Okay. Okay, we want to turn off the fill. You don't have a mouse, right? Okay. Okay, no fill. But I want the rings, the strokes, and I want to increase the lightness a bit. And then I can do this one. I can say maybe like 10, like that. Got the rings. So no, remove the fill and increase the stroke width and change the color. Okay, but the color which is for eyeballing, we're not using that color right now. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll help him first, okay? So go to fill, and then just turn it off, no fill. And then go to stroke, maybe stroke paint, and click at the solid color. And then you got the strokes, right? Then you can do the width. The width. You can play around with the width. You can type number, okay? Okay, you got the strokes. Okay, so first this one has to be on top, so go to layer, and then make sure this one goes on top. On top of the guy. Okay. Click anywhere. I don't know where the guy is. Which one? Which one is him?
Okay. Yeah.
This is the guy. So you know the trick. Sorry, can I show you? Maybe you can check this one like this. So that's the guy. So then you wanna just do the circle with the control, like that. And then you go to strokes. Where's the stroke? This one. And turn off the stroke, but then make sure you have the color, so turn on the fill, make sure you have the color, and then now you can play around with the width, like maybe 10. Ta-da! And now you can kind of move things around. Okay, maybe like here, like that. Okay. All right, pretty cool. So you got the ring. Okay. So there's one more step in order to make the ring with the gradient color. So you want to make the stroke into an object. So how it works is that when you have objects, and the object has the fill and the stroke, but then the stroke is not an object itself. So you want to make the stroke into an object. If that sounds confusing, it's okay. Just trust me on this, okay? So click at the rings and go to object, and then actually go to path, and then go to stroke to path. All right? So you want to make stroke into the object itself. So you're going to see nothing change at all, but behind the scene. It already changed into another object. So click at the rings and go to path and then stroke to path, okay? Like that. Okay, so nothing's gonna change at all, but behind the scene, it already changes. All right? Okay. And now, you got it? You got it? You already did it? It's okay, you can try again if you want. You can click. It already become the path, so you got it. This is good already. It's good already. It will become the object itself, like another circle, but this is a ring. Okay? You got it, right? Okay. Now the fun part is a gradient. So the gradient goes here. This one right here. You cannot see, sorry. This one. Gradient. Gradient. Okay? If you click it, then you can see the cursor changes. Now, you can do this. You can click somewhere, click somewhere and drag it. See that? Wow. You can let go. Now you can see the gradient happening, right? Let me show you again how to do this. Okay, I'm gonna back it out, right? I wanna choose gradient tools, and you see the cursor change, right? And now you can click anywhere the start of the gradient, and then you can drag to the end of the gradient. You can see, the length of the line and how the color transition changes, right? Like this. Okay, like that. So you can do any angle that you want. You can back it out, Control Z, and then maybe you can do this way. See, you can do this way, or you can do that way. Okay. I think you are putting the gradient on the wrong object. Can I check? Can I check? Okay. Hold on. If I go to this one, not this one. This one? Oh, okay. So I think it's not. Sorry, it's not the object yet. You have to turn it into an object. So let me see. Okay. So maybe I should do path and stroke to path. I think that's the path now, and now I can do gradient. Okay. I think the best way is to do it again. Sorry. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so if I do this, and then if I were to do stroke to path, I can do gradient like that. See? And you can redo it again. You can redo it in any directions you want. Okay. And also, you can notice that right now the color is not what we want, right? I don't want red. I want something green. So I can also go to the stroke panel and go to fill. So right now your fill is not solid color anymore. It becomes gradient. And see the control right here? I can also move the knob in order to change how the color transition is going to go, like that. I can even change the color itself. See, I want to change it into green, so I can change the gradient to green, maybe a little bit like that. See? So you can kind of play around with the gradient on this fill panel for the fine-tune control, okay? So maybe I want to do green, a little bit of dark green, like that. Something like that looks pretty good, okay? For me, I guess on my screen. You can see. Okay, you got it right? Okay. You can add more color to the gradient, so you can have like 3 color gradients with different type of transitions. Okay. You have to increase the lightness, or else you would not see the color. And the saturation. Saturation has to go up, and the lightness goes up, or else you won't see the color. Okay? And then now you can choose the hue. Okay. Are we doing good here? Okay, are we doing good here? The gradient. What happened to the gradient? Doesn't work? Okay, let me try. Okay. Okay. So this one, no fill. Okay. Is this the object yet? Okay. Oh, path. Okay. Oh. What is this? อะไรวะเนี่ย okay, object to path วัตถุไปยัง path แบบโลกมาก now it's working. Okay. But here you can see the stroke, so you might want to get rid of the stroke line like that. Okay. And if you come here at the fill, you can kind of play around with how the gradients go like that. Or you can also change the color. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we got a pretty good start. Okay. So let's see our final product. So now you can see how I make all of this. It's the same method. If you want to make the dotted line, same thing. You make the stroke with the dotted line stroke. You convert to path, and you do gradients on it. Okay, and you do circle and things like that. So I'll let you do that afterwards. Okay, but right now I want to show you something else. So if you want me to show you how to do all of these dotted stroke lines, you can tell me afterwards. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. But I want to move on to something more important. For example, text. Right, text is very important. Right, or else it's gonna be, if you have no information. Right. Okay. So for the text, I want to make sure that I create another layer. Right, called text, for example. Okay? And I want to lock everything else so that I don't move anything else because I want to use text now. Okay? All right, so make sure you have the new layer with other layer locked. And then you can do this icon over here, this guy, this A icon. This one is the text insert. Okay? So you click at the text insert button and click anywhere that you want to do the text on it, and then just type it. For example, music party, like that. Okay? So now it looks garbage, right? Because you kind of have to adjust the stroke and also the fill, right? So right now, the stroke is too much. Okay? So I want to remove the stroke. I want to do the fill. So the text is a little bit special. So the text has the fill. You should have the color fill, but no stroke, or else the text is gonna look messy. Okay, so make sure that your text doesn't have stroke at all. No stroke color, just the fill color. Okay. And now I can kind of choose the color I want, right? And I can also come here and also make the text bigger too. I can do maybe 48 and apply. Maybe that's maybe bigger. So maybe 64, like that. See, I can make the text bigger by going to the text panel. Okay. So maybe I should make this one the fill color maybe lighter, white. Okay, like that. Maybe that looks more more contrasty. Okay. Music party. Okay. So as you can see, you can create more text by just keep doing the same thing. Okay. Like that. See, we can create more text. Okay. Okay. Let me see how you guys are doing. Okay, can you type something? It doesn't register. Interesting. I think it's the Mac thing. Oh, okay, I see it now. Now this the stroke is you have to get rid of the stroke. So get rid of the strokes, and then you make the fill color to be solid and maybe make it a little whiter. And now, see? Yeah, and then you can make it bigger. You can do this too, like that. Huh? What kind of language is that? Okay, Myanmar. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. It looks cool. What happened? Okay. Now the stroke is too much. Let me show you. Okay. So now for the text. What? You don't want this? I don't know. Sorry. Can I try again? Sorry. Okay. That one. Okay. Same thing. That's a stroke. Okay. So you don't want the stroke. The stroke is kind of messing things up, and then you want the actual text like that. And let me just kind of expand it for you. Cannot see. Sorry. Now, right here, like that. And now you can change color, maybe make it lighter. And then I think you need text control. Let me show you this one. And now you can change the font and the size and everything else. Okay. That's very good. Now, you also might want this one, font, text, and font. So now you can kind of change everything else, okay? Are you guys doing okay? Okay, very good. Now, more control. You can do this one, and then this panel. So you can do the fonts thing too, and then the sides. Okay, so you can change your fonts, right, like that. And then you do apply, like that, okay? Yeah. Are we doing good here? Okay, let me show you another good, oh, you already have this panel. Okay, you know that you can change the fonts, and the size too, okay? All right, very good. Okay, I think one last thing that I want to show you is that usually when you design the poster, you might want to have more details on your events, right? For example, you have like date, location, and time, right? So, but then usually if you put that information too much, then it's kind of hard to see. So sometimes you might want some little icon to make it easier to see, like an infographics, right? So let me just show you just one example of that, okay? So what I can do is maybe I can create it, maybe just this layer is fine. I can do files and import, and maybe I'll do a clock. So I got some icon for you, right? This is called the SVG icon. You can download this anywhere on the internet. It's available, okay? So if I were to download one icon right here, and then I click OK, it's going to come here, right? It's kind of small, but let me just zoom in for you. See? I got that little icons in here. And this icon, I can just change the color by just do fill, like that. See? Sorry, fill, paint. Wait, how do I do this? Like that. See, I can change the icon color any way I want, right? I can change the size, like that, right? So what you want to do is that if you have this icon here, then you can kind of move it around, right? Maybe that's a little too big, but like that. And then you can have like another text right here that says, 6 p.m., something like that, right? And then you can make things a little smaller the way you want. So that's how you put some icon into your graphics, right? I think your background is too bright. It's kind of hard to read everything else, right? It's too bright. You can make things. Can you find where your background is? Okay. Can I see this one? Okay. Let me check. Okay. So that one. So maybe you can come here and do the strokes. You can lower the opacity. See? So make this a little bit up to the pattern, but not too much, so that it's easier to see. Okay. Turn, yeah. If you have to go, please. Okay. You're welcome. it's not working, so everybody is checked in. Everybody checked in. Yeah, because it's not working. Mm-hmm. Yeah, feel free to go. Okay, feel free to go. Sorry, I didn't tell you before. I should have told you before. You know, you guys are all checked in. Okay, goodbye. Okay, I don't want to hold you back, okay? Very good. Oh, it's too big, right? Okay. So, you can change the color like this. But now, okay, it changes both colors, so make sure, let me just kind of deselect it. So here, I can change the color, and change the size, like that. So usually what we do is like, we have like this little icon that says like time, date, and location, things like that, okay? เจ๊งครับเจ๊งก็เช็คทุกคนเลยครับ Okay? Oh, that's why you guys are staying. Okay? You guys, okay. Okay. I think that's fine. Go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let me finish up. Okay, so let me just finish things up real quick, okay? So I'm going to download all the icons. Just import everything. The pin, okay? Okay, and I'm going to change the color, things like that, put it here. This one. And then calendar, like that. Okay, maybe change the color. So usually you might want the icon to have the same color. So let me just do that right now. Do that. And then they're all the same color. Okay. And then you can have the text, you know, say location and, you know, room 201. And then date is like, I don't know, 1707. 2013, 2023, something like that, okay? But the rest is that you have to kind of make things so that it's the right side and it's the same alignment and things like that. You guys, sorry. Okay. Yes, you all checked in because the system's down. The attendance system's down. You guys are fine. You guys are good. You can go. See you. Actually, this is my last session, so I'll see you at some other time.
I see you on 7 here.
Okay.
I live in town 24.
Okay, pa. Can you you can import from here. Yeah, it looks like that. This is the SVG icon, and you can import into that that program. Can you do it? Can you try it? See if it works. No, you already got it. You already got it.
ท้ายมีเราโหลดอยู่เอาเรื่องขึ้นแล้วกดตัวนี้
หรือลงมือเองว่าวิธีเลือกง่ายๆ
เรื่องง่ายๆฮะ Okay, so let me. You guys doing okay? You guys doing good? You guys doing okay here? Oh, okay, pretty good. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, so actually, this is all I want to show you today. But then I can show you real quick how to do the dotted line. Okay, you can just watch me do it. Okay, so I want to show you this part where I have the dotted line that has the gradients on it. Right. So this one similar idea. Okay, if I come here and then I do another circle. And if I were to make it no fill again, right, and then with the paint like that, I can go to the stroke style and I can make it the dotted line. See this? I can make it so that the dot is it's more closer in spacing too. I can do maybe I can reduce it more, maybe 5, like that. See? like that. See, I got a dotted line already, right? Yeah. Okay, and a similar idea, I can make the dotted line into the object. So I do stroke to path right here. And once I got that, I can do gradient now, like this. See? Pretty cool. So you got the dotted line as a stroke, and then you make the dotted line into the path, and then you can do gradient. And I can also come here and make the gradient change in colors too, like that. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. So I can do something like this, see? Or I can kind of rotate this around to make things a little more interesting. Like this, I can kind of rotate it around. See? I can kind of make things so that the gradients for the ring start from here, and then the strokes start from the different side. That's how we do it. Okay? Yeah, so I think that's about what I want to show you. The rest, you can kind of adjust things so that it looks nice. But this is essentially how you do this program. And there's really a lot, it's really powerful, and there's so many buttons to find. So if you need some help, you can come and see me too. I can help you out if you want, okay? All right, so thank you. Thanks a lot, okay? I'll see you, I don't know, some other time. This is my last session. But thank you for coming, okay?